But when's the movie coming out? If you're a published author with some hardcore fans or just a really devoted mom, I'm guessing you've heard this question. Here's the better question. Is your story a good fit for the big screen? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Maggie Dallin. I'm a six-figure indie author turned produced screenwriter, and my mission is to bridge the gap between Hollywood and the indie book world, which I know and love. In this video, we're going to talk about how to tell if your book is actually a good fit for the screen. And if it is, what do you do next? By the end, you'll hopefully have clarity, options, and even a little spark to try something new. What sells? Let's start here, because not all great books make great movies. Producers, execs, streamers, this is what they're looking for. A clear hook, visual storytelling, and emotional clarity. And yes, ideally a built-in audience. But the question they're asking isn't, is this book well written? It's, what's the hook? Is it compelling and fresh enough to stand out in a competitive market? Coming up, I'm going to give you the 3 big questions you can ask yourself to see if your book might be what Hollywood's looking for. So, how do you actually tell if your story has screen potential? Let's start by asking these 3 questions. Can I pitch it in 1 sentence? If it takes a whole paragraph to explain, it might be perfect for a novel, but maybe not for a movie. Having a strong hook means being able to sum it up in 1 sentence. They call it a logline in Hollywood, but for right now, let's just say, can you do it in a sentence? If yes, awesome. Number 2, can I visualize it? Screenwriting is show don't tell on steroids. If your novel is built on rich internal monologue or lyrical prose, that might not translate. We need scenes, visuals, gestures, we need silence. And number 3, possibly the most important of all, is there a fresh angle? Hollywood loves familiar genres, but only if they feel new. So your enemies to lovers romance? Awesome. But what's the twist? Is it on a cruise? In outer space? At a haunted summer camp? What's the twist there on the enemies to lovers? Coming up, even if your story is a great fit, there's something else you need to understand, because your book, it's about to change. But the book was better. How many times have we heard that? Let's be honest. If your book becomes a movie or series, it's going to change. Characters might get merged. Plot lines will be cut or created. Settings could totally shift entirely. This isn't failure, it's adaptation. Movies are tight. They need pacing, focus, and visual drama. You know why? Because you're going from 80,000 words, almost 300-ish pages of that, to this, about 100 pages of white space. Movies are tight. You don't have 80,000 words, more like 20,000 words, max. So what survives the process with all this cutting? The emotional arcs, the themes, the character transformations that made readers fall in love with the story in the first place. And of course, the hook. You notice that I keep coming back to the hook. If your story can withstand the format change and still feel like it has the same heart, it might be meant for the screen. So now the question becomes, who should write the adaptation? Should you adapt it? Maybe. Yes? No? Only you can answer that one. Should you adapt your own book? The short answer is, I don't know. I can't answer that. No one can. No one but you. Screenwriting is its own beast, but so is cover design or audiobook narration. Sure, you could do it yourself, but there's a reason professionals get paid good money to do it. That said, you might love it. You might be amazing at it. I know incredible writers who are also incredible cover designers and narrators. And the only way to know is to try. So go ahead, read a book on screenwriting, take a course, write a scene, see how it goes. You might love it. Just keep this in mind. Adapting your own book is tough because you're so close to it. It's kind of like writing blurbs. I find it so much easier to write blurbs for my friends than to write blurbs for my own books. So it's hard to cut scenes, to rework characters, or to shift tone when it's your baby. So that's why even professional screenwriters, get outside help when adapting their own work. It's true. But if you're serious about giving it a go, get feedback, collaborate, you can do it yourself and just maybe get some fresh perspective from some other eyes. It's definitely not impossible to adapt your own book so long as you're not too precious with the story. In the next video, I'm going to show you what to do with your adapted story. Whether you wrote it yourself or hired someone else, we'll talk about pitching, loglines, and getting it into the right hands. So stick with me. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share it with your writer friends, please. Got a 1-sentence pitch you want feedback on? Drop it in the comments. I would love to hear it.